tweeted me last night, Paul Reed is not the answer. I concur with that statement. Paul Reed is not the answer. You know who's the answer? Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's not available, so the closest thing, though yet very far from the answer, is Paul Reed. You know what's not the answer? DeAndre Jordan and his 95-year-old legs. They, still got some hops as long as he's 2 feet within the basket, but if you're asking him to play any defense, not happening. Asking him to own the boards? No, that ain't happening either. Yeah, DeAndre Jordan ain't it. And we're going to add to the latest album of greatest hits by dumb things Duck Rivers has said from last night's press conference when he talked about like it or not. Like it or not, DeAndre Jordan is going to get the start over Paul Reed. I was blown away with some of the things that were said after yesterday, but there's really just one thing I have to focus on. And I'm going to give you the whole story, as Doc Rivers would say. I'm going to give you the whole story as to why DeAndre Jordan was in that starting lineup last night and why DeAndre Jordan was in the starting lineup coming out of halftime, even though the Sixers just were going to went on a great run. Hey, this team's got a lot of momentum. What can I do to kill it? Doc Rivers. I was amazed. I was absolutely amazed to see DeAndre Jordan come out and start that second half. I know Paul Reed had 3 fouls. I don't care. Your team finally established some sort of momentum. And instead of saying, let me ride this till I can't ride it anymore, you put DeAndre Jordan back in the ballgame. Bold strategy, Duck. Bold strategy. And you know what he did last night? He lived up to his name in ducking responsibility, because he said he left it up to his players. He told the players, what do you want to do? And their key guys, as you'll hear him say, said that they wanted to go with DeAndre Jordan. They needed a roller, somebody who would roll to the basket. And they don't want to get Paul Reed in foul trouble. Well, tough luck. That's going to happen, unfortunately. I am just amazed. I'm amazed that the Sixers were down 14, battled back to take a 1-point lead by halftime, and then the head coach decided to push aside anything that the team had said or any logical thought and start DeAndre Jordan still in the second half. I'm going to go ahead and say, all right, Paul Reed, go in there, and if you get your foul in your first 30 seconds, you get your foul in your first 30 seconds. But I'm not going to just squash the momentum that my team has put together by the way they ended that first half going into the third quarter, especially with the way the Miami Heat have owned the third quarter, especially in this postseason. Their series against the Atlanta Hawks, they outscored the Hawks by 35 points in their what ended up being a 5-game series against the Hawks. So they pretty much know what they're doing in that third quarter. And instead of putting your best foot forward, you said, no, let me put DeAndre Jordan out there and see what happens. He later praised DeAndre Jordan for what he was able to do at the start of that third quarter, but that is not even going to be the norm. The fact of the matter is something else was working, and you decided to go away from it, regardless of what the team had to say. Whatever they say, go. He was even thinking about starting Paul Millsap in the third quarter.